Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to go over my top 10 4K Blu-rays of 2018. Now, we had some awesome releases in 2018, and I feel like 4K has really found its leggings and really found its groundwork here in 2018, and only good things to come in 2019. So let's go over my top 10 releases in no particular order for picture quality and sound quality. So first up, I'm actually going to combine two, and that's going to be Avengers and Infinity War. These were two standout releases for me. They looked incredible on this format, and I was pumped to get them on the format. We got 2K digital intermediates on both of these, but they look crisp, they look great, digitally shot, and they sound great as well. So Infinity War does not sound quite as good as Avengers. Avengers is one of Disney's better discs by far when it comes to Atmos, but both of these are definitely worth owning in your collection this holiday season. Next up, as no surprise, is going to be 2001: A Space Odyssey. Now, I feel like we've waited forever for this. It kept getting pushed back, and now everyone can get their hands on it, whether you're in the UK or the US, and everyone really should. Now, this is my favorite when it comes to catalog releases, and one of the best 4K releases, I will say, in my collection. There was so much heart put into this 4K restoration. It looks amazing with Dolby Vision, and one that everybody should own. Next up, I wanted to throw a comedy in there, and I'm going to throw in Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle. Now, this is what I found getting thrown into my player quite often. A lot of people found this funny, including myself. Good to watch in groups, and the colors just really popped on this one. The Dolby Atmos used great overheads, great surround, so it was a good demo disc to use when friends were over, and it was just a light-hearted movie altogether. I think the comedy really nailed it, I think the action nailed it, and one to definitely own on this format. Next up, we have an early release from this year, and that is It. Now, this was one of my favorite movies of last year. I was pumped when this came to the 4K format, and this did not disappoint at all when it comes to picture quality or sound quality. Specifically sound quality. The Dolby Atmos in this I found to be a particular standout if you have a Dolby Atmos system, and the picture quality was very clear, everything was easily identifiable, and all the nuances in the Dolby Vision really added to the experience. Next up, we have Justice League. Now, Justice League is one that actually surprised me because I'm not a huge fan of the DC Universe, although I really liked Wonder Woman. And going into this, I was iffy on whether I was going to like it, and I was pleasantly surprised by this movie, and I've watched it actually a good amount of times since picking it up on 4K. And a good reason for that is the picture quality and sound quality. This has a 4K digital intermediate and looks absolutely fantastic, and the sound accompanies that perfectly. This movie is full of action as well, so you get a nice workout on those speakers and a very good picture. Definitely one to throw in the collection. Next up, we have A Quiet Place. Now, this one is also in here for the Atmos really specifically. The Atmos in this movie, the way objects are oriented around the room, the placement of objects around the room is just fantastic, along with the picture quality, along with the movie. I thought this is just an all-in-one bundle. The movie was fantastic. The picture quality on this was great, although it is a 2K digital intermediate, but the Dolby Atmos just takes this home and definitely made its way to the top 10 for that. Next up, we have Pacific Rim Uprising. Now, I was a fan of this one, but not nearly as much of a fan as I was of the first one. I just didn't really love the blockbuster action direction they went in, but I will say it did lend itself very well to the 4K format, and we got a great looking and great sounding 4K disc out of this. So if this is one you haven't picked up yet, this is one that definitely should be in the collection. Very bright and vibrant movies, very bright fluorescent colors, a lot of nuances to the colors, and very detailed digitally shot image. Next, we have another catalog title, and that's going to be Braveheart. This one really stood out to me when I watched it and looked like it was shot yesterday. Specifically, the scenes where Mel Gibson dons the blue face paint. There's so much detail on the scenes. The Dolby Atmos and overheads are used immensely along with the surrounds, and this looks just so good for an older release. The HDR looks fantastic, and there's really nothing to complain about. If you're at all a fan of the movie, definitely pick this one up. Another catalog title is The Matrix. Now this is a favorite movie of mine, so I was really pumped for the 4K, and I was really impressed with the 4K on this one, specifically again the Dolby Atmos. The Dolby Atmos blew me away with the object-oriented sound in this one. You could tell the placement of bullets directly around you in the room. It was a fantastic mix, and the picture quality is a 4K digital intermediate and looks great. Now there is a bit of grain that is inherent to the source, and has nothing to complain about. I really love what they did here, and the HDR added a whole new color timing that really made this the complete package for anybody who's a fan of The Matrix. Last but not least, we have Blade Runner 2049. Now this is still my demo disc when it comes to picture quality and audio quality. This looks amazing, digitally shot, and the detail is just off the charts. The HDR is off the charts on this release, and the Atmos is amazing. The overheads are used immensely. As you guys know, I love this movie, and this had to be on the list and really take my #1 spot for top 10 4K Blu-rays of 2018. Definitely one to pick up. Definitely one to give a watch. And then I want to do one honorable mention, and that is going to be Coco in 4K. Now this is an animated disc. I love this movie. I thought it was great, and the animations look so good in 4K. The colors are so vibrant, so much more nuances in this 4K than the Blu-ray, and the soundtrack was great with a ton of sing-alongs. So I had to add this to the list. It couldn't quite make the top 10, but I still wanted to make it an honorable mention for sure. So anyway guys, this wraps up 2018 when it comes to 4K Blu-rays. I still have some 4K reviews coming your way for 2018, so don't worry about that. Look out for my top 10 favorite movies of 2018. That's not going to be 4K related, but just my movies. And I want to know down below how you feel. What are your top 10? What are some I missed? Because believe me, it is very hard to make a list of just 10. So anyway guys, if you like this video at all, please subscribe down below. I'm going to put links in the description to all the discs. That way you could buy them. Buying them from those links gives me a small kickback that helps me buy more 4Ks to review for you in the upcoming year. So anyway guys, I hope you're having a good holiday. Happy New Year's. I'm going to be seeing you guys before then, but I just wanted to say Happy New Year's and thank you all again for subscribing and another great year of YouTube.